Alright guys, this is my first tutorial and this is designed for complete WordPress noobs. So, the first thing I will mention is I am using localhost. I am using Wamp server for Windows, and this is where I will be working on my site, and I recommend you guys do something similar instead of making your sites go live and then working from the inside a WordPress control panel, which is really not the best way to be doing this. Anyway, first I downloaded a fresh copy of WordPress installation. I got this from wordpress.org, so I recommend you guys just quickly download a copy of this. Once you've done that, the first thing I usually do is I rename this so I can actually, so it makes a bit more sense than just calling a WordPress. I will call this MISC, because we all like to MISC. So anyway, I will cut this out and I will paste this into my Wamp folder, in the www folder inside Wamp, and inside there is all our standard WordPress files, our standard 2010 default theme and all its corresponding files, so I'll keep that in mind. Now, once we've got this done, we will go to localhost. So if you type in localhost into your browser, if you've got Wamp server installed, first thing you want to do is you want to go to phpMyAdmin. You want to create a database. So I will call this database just MISC. It's simple. Then I will go back to my localhost again, and you see on the projects it's appeared. So we click on MISC and it'll bring us to this page. So great, let's go. So database name is MISC. For me it's set up, so my username is root. I am not using a password. Leave this. Well, you can change this if you want, but I recommend you leave it. Run installation. Alright, I'm just going to call this MISC bra tutorials. Username is going to be admin. I'm just going to give a password I can remember. Actually, I can't remember that one, can I? So there we go. I've got a weak password, but this is just for testing, so it doesn't really matter. My email, I'm just going to give some crap because it doesn't really, I don't ever really check my email anyway, so I will leave this checked. Doesn't really matter because you can change it once your site goes live anyway. So install WordPress. Take a few seconds and we're done. So I'm just going to quickly log into this. And if we go on to themes, here's our standard 2010 WordPress theme. Anyway, so I work on all my sites using Dreamweaver. It's just because I prefer Dreamweaver than any of the other editors, and it's got some powerful features. So, and you can get a free trial, guys, so I recommend you download it. So inside Dreamweaver, first thing you want to do is you want to go to new site and you want to give your site a name. I'm just going to call this MISC Bras. On the local site folder, you want to choose your folder. Then you want to go to servers. We want to make a testing server, so we want to make this because we're working on our localhost, so it will be a local network. I'm just going to call this I don't know, production. We'll call it. It doesn't even matter what it's called. Choose the same folder again. Our web URL will be this localhost MISC. We'll save it. We'll uncheck that. We'll check that. We'll save, and you'll see it'll populate here now. It'll take a few seconds, and here we are. Now here's our files. We've got our themes, we've got our standard 2010 WordPress default theme and all its files. We can open up our files. We can go to code and we can see all this crap in here. Anyway guys, in the next tutorial we'll start looking at the CSS style sheet and I'll explain to you how you guys can make this a bit more easier for yourselves.